I, your very own Amanda. If this is your first time here, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Like, yeah, the red button. Click it. Okay, perfect. Okay guys, in today's video, I will be telling you guys the steps to take before coming to study right here in North Cyprus. We all know what is going on right now at the moment with the whole pandemic and self-isolation. It's crazy. But given that I'm not hallucinating yet, I feel like I'm still really okay with this. I have been in Cyprus for 2 months now. I have been outdoors for 2 weeks, and for the remaining 6 weeks I've been home, and it's so sad and I don't know what to do. So for today's video, we'll be talking about the steps to take before coming right here to study in North Cyprus. And alongside the steps, I will also be giving you like vital information regarding some things you should remember, which will help your entire process to be easier and less stressful. Without further ado, I think we should get right into the video. But before we do, I need to get something off my chest. Although the pandemic might be going on, like, you guys trust me, like, school is going on effectively online. Like, I really don't get my teachers. Are we not supposed to be like under self-isolation and mourning the world? Who does that? But it's okay. I mean, I said I wanted to get educated. I didn't say I wanted to perish. Like, what was it with all the tests and the exams? Alright, with that being said, let's get right into the video. Step number 1, you want to do your research and apply to the university of your choice. There are a lot of universities here on the island, ranging from Cyprus International to Near East and the rest of them. So you want to do your research so you're sure of the university you want to attend, and then go on and apply. While you're at it, you must have it at heart that we have 2 intakes every year here. It's either the September intake or the February intake. Step number 2. You're going to have to wait patiently for the decision from the school, because you could actually get admitted or not. So what you're going to have to do is just wait patiently. I'll say give or take, it takes like 2 weeks tops for them to get back to you. Your fate will be decided. And when they're getting back to you, if you have been admitted, you'll be given a conditional acceptance letter if you're admitted by your school. What does this mean? It means that you have to do something, otherwise you will not be admitted into the school. That's why it's a conditional acceptance letter. What I advise you do is that you go through the letter, and the conditions vary for different universities. So I think you should read the conditional acceptance letter, and this will take us to step number 3. In most conditional acceptance letter, you are required to pay part of your tuition fee. It differs for several universities, but I feel like that is what most conditional acceptance letters entail. So you want to read it and know the amount and go on to pay your tuition. You're going to want to keep those receipts and proof of payment, because you have to send them back to your school. So once you send your school the receipt and the proof of payment, they will get back to you with an unconditional acceptance letter. When you have an unconditional acceptance letter, it means you have been accepted into the school and now you are a full-time student. Once you get your unconditional letter, brothers and sisters, brethren in the Lord, go to the embassy in your home country. I feel like that was the biggest mistake I made while applying to come study here in North Cyprus. I didn't go to the embassy in my home country. So because I didn't go to the embassy, I didn't get like vital information regarding how to go about getting the documents for my visa application. Sometimes in life we just like find ourselves zealously doing the wrong thing. And I feel like you should go to the embassy, because if you don't, you're going to have to pay the price for ignorance. So go to the embassy and get the right information you need to apply for your student visa. Moving forward, after applying for your student visa, it takes like about 2 weeks for them to process it as well. And then when you get the glorious student visa, you can fly here to North Cyprus. Step number 5, I will talk about flight ticket reservations and payments. Okay, so back at home they're like, oh my god, if you don't buy to and fro, you're not going to fly. They'll kick you out at the airport. Like, what kind of person says that? What kind of person does that? And I fell for it because I didn't know. You see what I earlier said, paying the price for ignorance. I didn't know. And I had a friend who like bought one way and he came. safely without any trouble. So I feel like these companies make it look as though it's compulsory or a necessity to buy to and fro, when actually it's supposed to be a choice. If you do want to buy to and fro because you have plans of going back anytime soon, that is completely fine. But I just hate it when they make it look as though if you don't buy to and fro, you can't fly, and oh my god, there's no way you're going to make the trip. What I would say is, I am making this video in April of 2020. I don't know how much would have changed when you're coming, so I advise that you just keep making more inquiries and ask questions. I earlier stated that I was also going to state a few important things that you should take to heart when preparing to come here. The first thing I'm going to talk about is luggage. In my own case, I didn't know I was allowed 2 bags of 23 kg each. What I thought was 2 bags, my box and my school bag, right? I mean, it's not like I've ever flown before. And I realized on getting to the airport that no, I was actually allowed 46 kg of load. And I ended up coming to Cyprus with less items because I didn't have enough space. So you would want to go on to be sure of the amount of luggage accepted in your country before flying down to North Cyprus. You're doing this just so because you don't come with less goods like I did, and it's just crazy. It's not nice at all. Another most sought after topic regarding coming to study in North Cyprus is accommodation. You hear people tell you that, oh my god, if you don't pay for your accommodation, you're going to be sleeping on the streets of Cyprus. Yes, you belong to the streets. You guys have to relax. There is no way you'll have money for accommodation and be on the streets of Cyprus. Like, there's always going to be room. I mean, even ex-convicts get rooms here. Like, why wouldn't you? So I advise that when it comes to like accommodation, you should not pay for what you have not seen, because accommodation is quite expensive here. And trust me, in the long run, I'm going to make like a full video talking about everything regarding accommodation, the types, the costs, and all of it. But for now, I don't advise you pay for something you've not seen, unless it's a sibling paying or a trustworthy person and you're sure. Otherwise, I don't think you should pay for accommodation you have not seen. Moving forward, another thing that I want to talk about is the weather here in Cyprus. Like, most times you hear people say Cyprus is a warm country, or when you check the internet, they're like, oh, a city of warmth. But when they say something is warm, it's supposed to mean it's not so hot and it's not so cold, right? And then I left Nigeria and I flew all the way down to Cyprus. I just picked like 3 to 4 jackets, if I'm not mistaken. And then on getting to the airport, it's like 7 degrees. Okay, I know like people live in colder countries, right? But given that I'm not Elsa from Frozen, what did you expect? I was scared. I thought I was going to freeze to death. So what I think is, when it comes to the weather here in Cyprus, winter is actually very cold and summer is very hot. What I will say to that end is that if you're coming for the February intake, you should bring a lot of winter clothing, and if you're coming for the September intake, you should bring a lot of summer clothing. I haven't like spent summer here, but I will tell you that they said it gets as hot as 36 degrees. That's actually very hot. So if you're coming for the September intake, you're going to want to bring a lot of summer clothing, and if you're coming for the February intake, please bring a lot of winter clothing. Okay guys, so the last thing I will be talking about in this video is the cost of living. Most people ask questions regarding like the cost of living here. It's actually really affordable compared to America and the UK. That brings us to the end of today's video. I hope I was able to provide you with useful information regarding steps and processes involved in coming to study here in North Cyprus. Feel free, if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments section and I will reply you as soon as possible. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in my next video. Ciao.